Welcome to Race Free of the Endurance AI Championship. We're here at the famous Belgium track Spa. We got a long, well, not really long, but championship. It's still got a decent amount of time. We even got two new drivers for this race. So, without further ado, I think we should take a quick look at our current championship standings. So I know the numbers, they look a little weird, but there is your overall championship. Chad Borowski in first, followed by Spencer Alfredo, Starpool, AOC, Shoto Todoroki, Sawman, Phil Slow, William Afton, September Cyrus, Springroll, Winodes, Silly Man, Sanders, The Beast, Kaminari, Orange Chicken, and Ragunathan. And then we move over to your Endurance Cup standings. Chad Broski moves into first. Starpool shoots all the way up to third. Springroll falls a couple spots. Phil Slow and September Cyrus also fall a bit. And then your team standings. Nothing. Well, we see Figglefat Racing up 4 spots. Silly Boys went up 3 spots. And then we see the Boa Coaxes and Ragunathan Racing fell down a lot. And then your Manufacturers Championship. Team McLaren, Team Porsche, Team Ferrari, Team Lamborghini, BMW, Mercedes, Ford. So we are currently waiting for everyone to qualify. We see Spencer Alfredo right there battling with Bernie Sanders for track position in this qualifying. Silly Man from Belgium, so is Sawman. So yeah, no one has set a time just yet, despite it already being 6 minutes in. Bernie Sanders now holding up Springroll. We see AOC over here trying to go for position. Now our new drivers, we got Frederick Pope in a very yellow Ford, the 998. He is now starting the season a little late. And a name that may be familiar if you watched EAIL, Bob McFarland in the 120 BMW. So yeah, McFarland and Frederick Pope are going to be teammates. They'll be entering the team standings battle. So currently Chad Broski is going to be the first one on his qualifying attempt. We're going to see where he goes. He goes first. We got Sawman just a bit behind. Here he comes. Will it be better? He was pink in the second sector. Not close enough. Then we see Spencer Alfredo back there. He goes third. So now your next car to come around will be Orange Chicken in the 002. We're gonna have to see where he goes. He's currently in the all greens, but no pinks. The first driver that we'll see with a pink will be Spencer Alfredo. Now into the tight chicane. Orange Chicken goes second. Starpool goes fourth as 609 is flying. We're gonna see where he goes. He has 2 pinks and 2 greens. It's gonna be good enough for third. Bernie Sanders and Springroll battling to the line. They'll go 7th and 8th. Todoroki right back there. You also see the Beast. Mahavir Raghunathan is coming up through the chicane, followed by his teammate September Cyrus. We're gonna have to see where they go. 5th and 9th. So here's the 463 of AOC. We're gonna have to see where she goes. Will it be another pole for the 215? So he could expand his championship a little bit more. AOC goes 8th. We see Silly Man right back there. Frederick Pope goes 7th. As Winodes goes first. You see him right back there. He now goes to P1. But we got Phil Slow back here. He has a pink. Gonna have to see where he goes. He goes first with a 220.558. What's everyone else gonna be able to do? Here comes Afton, all greens but no pinks. Good enough for 12th. Only 2 drivers have not set a lap so far. That'll be Todoroki. He's coming through the chicane on the back part of the course. And Silly Man, who's coming down into a hairpin. Orange Chicken will be the next one to set a lap time. He's currently in 4th. 2 yellows and 2 greens. He will go... He won't improve, but Starpool goes up to 4th. Spencer Alfredo, we saw that he was doing fairly well. We'll see what he can do. Will he improve? Doesn't. It's an improvement, but not for position. Here comes Orange Chicken. Not Orange Chicken, Spring Roll. And Bernie Sanders, not good enough. Todoroki goes 9th. So now we're just waiting on one more car as we see the 463 currently on a fast lap. It definitely, as of now, looks like an improvement. We're gonna have to see where that will put AOC. Frederick Pope also on a good lap. AOC will go second, not good enough for first. Frederick Pope coming around in the yellow mobile. Where will this go? Only good enough for 4th. Not really seeing many major improvements, but can Chad Broski improve? No, he will not. So he's gonna stay 5th. So, I guess now we shall take a look at your starting lineup. We see Phil Slow and AOC currently on the front row. AOC was only 1/10 back, so it could be very close up there. Winodes and Frederick Pope in row 2. Row 3, we see Chad Broski, current overall championship leader. He's also he's car manufacturers leading the manufacturers championship. He's also leading the endurance cup and the team standings, so he is definitely the car to beat in this championship. Starpool in 6th, and then we see in 7th is Orange Chicken, and then in 8th is Spencer Alfredo. Row 5, we got another newcomer, Bob McFarland, but he's no stranger to Spa, and then September Cyrus. And then in row 6, we see someone from Belgium, Sawman. Next to him is Shoto Todoroki. And then we go back to row 7, we see Denki Kaminari in Spring Roll. Row 8 is another hometown hero, Silly Man from Silly, Belgium. And then the Beast. Then we go back to row 9, we have William Afton and Bernie Sanders. Then rounding out the field is Mahavir Raghunathan. So, we got a good race ahead of us. And I'm pretty excited for it. So, also, before we check that out, I think we should look at your race info. This is race 3 of 8 at Spa Francorchamps. It's 6.93 kilometers. I need to fix that to miles in Fahrenheit. I just updated this, so it's a little off. 21 degrees Celsius. I'm not quite sure what that is in Fahrenheit. Don't worry, I will have it fixed by next race. But it was very clear today, so that is going to be some good news for our drivers. Sorry about this, but it's not working how it should. We are currently waiting for the race to go green in about 2 minutes. I am not quite sure who I think will win. I think it's going to be very close. It's just going to be very competitive because you know the 463 is going for the championship. It's one of the main contenders. So it's going to be very close battling. I don't think pit stops could be a factor in this race. Um, just because it's a shorter race and usually in the endurance ones, they went for about 50 minutes before having to pit. And yeah, this race is only 30 minutes compared to our longer races. So here we go. The cars are about to roll off. Just as a quick review, there's your starting order. Um, yeah, got good bets. I think the 998 is going to be pretty aggressive at the start because trying to make a first start in the series definitely will want to impress. He's starting in 4th. I think Winodes is trying to look for redemption because he has had 2 very rough first races. A lot of spins, a lot of off tracks. Just a lot of stuff he did not want to happen. So here we go. Onto the front stretch. Phil Slow is gonna lead us down. "19 cars all charging into the first turn. It's very tight. Will Phil Slow be able to hold on to the position? Yes, he will as of now, but what about later? Oh yeah, that's actually the start line. I'm sorry, I forgot about that, but that is. As the 463 trying to go around the outside at Eau Rouge and then up into Radeon as Winodes also moves into third. I am so sorry about that start mistake, but yeah, now you know. As here comes Pope trying to get into Winodes to take third. Phil Slow's already fallen behind, but Pope trying to dive around, but won't work just yet. Phil Slow still holding off Winodes. All cars basically in the same area still. Your biggest mover at the start was Bob McFarland up 2 spots. The Beast lost 2. He has not been very good with his starts. And his races have not gone to how he hoped. So he's got his work cut out for him. Phil Slow still trying to hold off Winodes. But Winodes is trying to hold off now Broski, as Broski had gotten around Pope. As you know, Broski definitely wants to get into the championship fight. His closest championship rival, as of now, is down in 9th. So Broski now going to try and go to the inside. He's going to back off of it. Here they go down into the chicane. As Winodes got very good for that chicane and actually caught a little bit on Phil Slow. All cars fairly close to each other. Phil Slow not going back close to AOC, just kind of staying about 7/10 out. Now here they go down the Kemmel Straight, as Broski's now trying to defend from... No, Pope's actually trying to make sure Starpool doesn't go past. Frederick Pope did not really get a good start, as Phil Slow is actually closed into the 463. 77 right there, staying close. We got the 56 right behind. Now here they go down into Puan. Still slow, falling a little bit behind again, but Winodes is now right behind him. About 10% through this race already. Phil Slow still trying to hold off the 56, who went a little wide. Coming out of the last turn. They're going back down towards the chicane for their 3rd lap. Winodes right on the back of them. He's going to try and make a look, but it will not work just yet. Here we go through the chicane. 56, still trying to stay close with them. As now here they go down into Eau Rouge once again. Look at that incline. Very steep. Imagine having to go down it. We see back here a little freeway battle between Orange Chicken, Sawman, and Spencer Alfredo. Is up at the front. Starpool's trying to chase down Broski, but Winodes is still trying to get by. Phil Slow is now he's going to try and take a look. But it's not going to work just there. As Winodes has now been caught by Broski. Will Broski be able to get around him just now? But it will not work just yet. Current biggest mover is still, well, it's McFarland up 2 spots. Biggest loser, I'd say, would be Kaminari down 2 spots. Very close between 2nd through 4th. Broski still trying to chase down Winodes. As Broski has gone off, that's gonna be very bad for his championship. Oh, that's not good. Let's go back and see exactly what happened. Even though we had been looking at it, let's take another look at it. So, he's trying to send it up the inside of Winodes, and then just lost it, and had to go wide. He got it back going, but he is all the way down 19th, but it will be fun to see him try and claw his way back through the field. As Starpool is now chasing down Winodes for the podium places. So yeah, we'll keep up with Broski to see what happens down there. Cars are starting to spread out a little bit more as the 420 has gone off track. What has happened back here? This is in Lacombe. Oh my god! What happened? Oh! Oh, wow! That's exactly what we saw with Phil Slow back at Sebring, where he just turned too hard and the car flipped over like that. That's so bizarre. That happened 2 times in a row. I think Mercedes is definitely going to have to take a look at that, because that is not something that should be happening with their cars. Starpool now just right behind Winodes. Gonna have to try and chase him down. Maybe going through Eau Rouge. Or no, he's actually gonna try and do it right now. Up the inside. They're now side by side, heading towards Eau Rouge, but Starpool will get the position, but Winodes is definitely gonna try and battle back. Here they go, the 56 right behind. He's now gonna get a good draft going into Lacombe's. The 420 actually stayed out on track, but that is another position for Chad Broski. Starpool will hold him off this time. Here they go down into the hairpin. You lose a lot of elevation in just that hairpin. As the 17 is now having issues, Mahavir Raghunathan. What has happened here? Hopefully nothing major. No, it's just a spin. He'll definitely get it back going, but yet another position for Chad Broski. Oh! Oh my god. We came back just in time to see Mahavir take a massive hit. Too fast again. Oh! That's definitely a big hit, as Bernie Sanders has gone off in the exact same spot just a little bit after. As now we're seeing another car go off with William Afton. What happened here? Oh, just missed the chicane entirely. But chaos is starting to happen around the track as Winod's still trying to chase down the third spot once again. Raghunathan has gone to pit road, definitely to get that car repaired because, whew, that was a big hit. Somehow Bernie Sanders is still out on track. But a lot of chaos just happened. Sawman still trying to chase down Orange Chicken, who is having an excellent race so far, currently in 8th. He didn't really have a lot of speed at Daytona and Sebring, but now he is running in 8th. Could it be his first top 10 of EAIL? Or will he have to settle? Because I know the 3 people directly behind him have been really fast. Actually, the 4 behind him have been really fast. As now Sawman has gotten right to the back of him. Gonna try and chase him down into the hairpin. Will not work this time. Going to have to try again. We see Frederick Pope is starting to try and close in with Winodes. Very yellow car. You can see this one from a mile away. He's just been doing really good. He and his teammate on their first start running 5th and 6th. So the Norwal's definitely gonna get some good points out of this. So we are actually going to go on board around this lap at Spa. we have had an issue with the 420. Check to see what this was all about. He had gone off several times. Oh, there's definitely damage to his car. But that may have been from his flip. He just absolutely missed it, and then he went off again in the hairpin. So that car is definitely having issues. He's gonna need to check that. Winod's still chasing down the top two as we see Starpool and Phil Slow battling for second. Starpool trying to make a move. Will he be able to do it going into the chicane? The chicane's very tight as Winod's is right there. V's free. Oh, please don't crash. So here they come to the chicane, sorry. They all make it. Frederick Pope is also just right there. So the top four are all very close together. As we are just over the halfway point already. As here they come, up into Radeon. Surprised we haven't seen any big Eau Rouge Radeon crashes. As here comes Starpool trying to go around. He's got Winod's coming with him. But I think Phil Slow took the defensive line and it may work. Actually, no it won't. The Zero is just easily going to go around him and go up into second. Phil Slow now falling back to third. As Frederick Pope trying to make a look on the inside of Winod's, but can't get it done. As now Bob McFarland has linked up as Starpool's starting to get away. Could Starpool make a good chase for AOC? Winod's still following him very closely. This will be for a podium spot, if it can work. I know DeBaby Auto Parts and the McLaren team are definitely gonna get hurt a lot in the standings after this race because they're one-car teams, so only one car can affect how they result instead of it being an average of what the drivers do. Gonna be a tough pill to swallow for not just Broski, but his team and his manufacturer. His Endurance Championship, however, will not be affected. Only 4 of those races work as, whoa, Winod's almost gets ran off the track at the chicane. But he's gonna hold on. But Frederick Pope may now make a move. Frederick Pope is the 5th Ford joining the field. Biggest movers since the start is a tie between Starpool and Springroll up 4 spots, and then Broski's obviously lost the most, going down 12. But besides him, it would be Phil Slow going down 2. As here we go, Winod's free wide going into Lacombs. How's this gonna work? Seems like Winod's may actually get around. Yes, Winod's has taken the 3rd spot. He is now up into the podium. Phil Slow definitely lost a lot of speed, but he could lose potentially 2 more spots as we see Frederick Pope now trying to make a move. Bernie Sanders has had another incident in the first turn. But he has got going again, so nothing major, I assume. And also, why would we want to take our eyes off this very good battle? In other news, Chad Broski has caught up to the back of the field, so he has about 10 minutes left to try and cut his way through the field. Frederick Pope right on the back of Phil Slow. Here we go into the chicane. Frederick Pope gonna try and make a move. How will this work? Frederick Pope almost got him, but now they're gonna be side by side going into the first turn. But Phil Slow's gonna have the better line. I think Frederick Pope is gonna fall back a bit, but Bob McFarland now gets by him. How will they go out of turn one? Well, Frederick Pope still hanging on as he moves back into fifth. Two teammates going at it as we see Spencer Alfredo in seventh. He needs to cut his way through this field because that would be very good for him in the points. Whew. As we have another incident with turn one with the 150 of Shoto Todoroki had gone off, but has got going again. As McFarland now in the better spot, as he will take fifth. Very good racing up here. McFarland now gonna try and go around Phil Slow for fourth, but Frederick Pope's not done yet. He shoots to the inside. As Frederick Pope will take the position back, as now he has re-entered the top five. This group very exciting. You know, Spencer Alfredo is going to have to try and do something. You know, Phil Slow could be holding up this group, so Spencer Alfredo could get around and get more points. That is a possibility of something that could be happening. Frederick Pope still trying to chase down Phil Slow. He almost got him in the chicane, and then almost lost the spot to Bob McFarland as we see Spencer Alfredo tried to make a move back there. We'll keep up with them. But Frederick Pope gonna try and draft. Here they go. Spencer Alfredo trying to make a move, but he'll think otherwise. He'll tuck back in behind. We are coming to about 6 minutes to go. Bob McFarland taking a very defensive line with the 609 of Spencer Alfredo. Mahavir Raghunathan still in pit road, so he must have knocked an engine out of that car or something. Definitely not good for him. September Cyrus had engine issues at Sebring. Frederick Pope still trying to chase down the 77. We see in the back the 002 and the 24 battling for position. The 24 has been behind him for a long time now and just hasn't been able to get by. So 420 has had another incident at the chicane, but he has got going again. .609 still trying to chase down the 120, the group that we had been watching had kind of split up, except for these two. They're still going at it. While Starpool has not been able to cut down AOC's lead. Just a little under 4 seconds back. So far only one car is at least 1 lap down, but he is still in pit road, so I don't think we're going to see much there, but we see Frederick Pope is closing in on Phil Slow. How's this going to work? Here they go. Frederick Pope tried to look around the outside. He's going to try again. But he's actually going to outbrake him. But will he miss the turn? No, he'll make it. But he's now not going to be on the preferred line in the last part of the chicane. Phil Slow will still keep his position somehow. Starpool has gone off track at the hairpin. He has now fallen down to about 4.5 seconds behind AOC. Must have went wide or something, but definitely lost a lot of time. So I think AOC may have had this wrapped up unless something happens. These two are still trying to chase each other. 998 kind of went a little bit off. Bernie Sanders once again having issues. That car, he just needs to put it into pit road. There's nothing more it can do. Seemed like Frederick Pope would have had the preferred line going into this chicane, but he was a little too far back, as during that Bob McFarland has caught back up as he kind of broke away from Spencer Alfredo, but Bob McFarland almost sending it up the inside of his teammate. What exciting racing is happening? Bernie Sanders once again has gone off. This time he's backwards, so what's happened here? Oh, what? I don't know what he was doing to try and get it going in the right direction. It was a little weird, but back up to the front. Not really the front, mainly the battle for 4th. They're still going at it. How are they going to do going into the chicane, as we only have, probably this will be the last lap, if I'm not mistaken. Is this the last lap? Yeah, last lap. So, let's go back up to the front. We'll still have to keep an eye out on it, on that battle before they come to the end, but they're kind of a bit more spread out. But AOC having a very nice day today. Kind of slowing down a little bit. AOC, the gap between AOC and Starpool just vanished a lot just a little bit ago. It was up to about like 5 seconds, but now it's only about 3.5, but still, very good day for 463. Took the lead at the start and has just never looked back. So that 463 definitely going to try and close back into for the championship. I think the team championship for their team, the Democratic Party, will not really do too well from this race, as Bernie Sanders has had a lot of issues because it is a team effort for the team standings. So you could have one driver winning the race and then another one that's in 18th. As he has crashed again at turn 1. But here we go down into the windy part of the track right before the chicane. What a day it has been for this team. A lot of good stuff, a lot of bad stuff. But for the 463 driver, it's all been good. Coming into the final chicane, and now onto the front stretch. AOC will win the 30 minutes of Spa. As right at the end, the 998 got the 77 for 4th. Literally in the last chicane. 609 was never able to get around the 120, but AOC definitely had won the race fair and square. Only had to pass one car today, and that's exactly what she did. So she's got to be in a good mood. Starpool will get second. Not exactly what he wanted, but he definitely had great speed today. Was the second biggest mover, up 4 spots since the start. Spring Roll actually had the most spots, and then Anthony Winod's kind of having a redemption race after an absolutely abysmal first 2 races. Having a lot of issues with the car, especially with handling. A lot of the Lamborghinis have been kind of having issues with that. Except for really Spencer Alfredo. So yeah, Chad Broski was not able to really gain the amount of positions he needed. He finished 17th, which just one race ago would have been last place, but now there's been 2 more drivers. Speaking of the 2 new drivers, yeah, a 4th and 6th on the debut is not bad at all. I do think could have definitely been better, but I would take it. So I think we should take a look at your final results of the race. AOC will now, has won by about 3.5 seconds over Starpool. Must have had an issue at the end because it was 5 seconds, but now is significantly less at the end, but still good enough. Winodes will take third. Frederick Pope and Phil Slow round out your top 5. Then to round out your top 10, we have Bob McFarland in his debut, Spencer Alfredo, Orange Chicken, Spring Roll, and September Cyrus. Not 11th through, should be 19th. For some reason, it's not showing the 19th driver. Sawman, Todoroki, Silly Man, Kaminari, The Beast, William Afton, Chad Broski, Bernie Sanders, and then the last spot was Mahavir Raghunathan, down in 19th. A very chaotic race has just come to an end. Well, not really chaotic, just a lot of good racing throughout the middle. There was only really one major crash. Mahavir also took a pretty big impact, but that's it for this week. Next week we'll be at the Red Bull Ring. I hope to see you guys there. Goodbye.